I want to jump back in time because we have been taking for granted the existence of instant photography. So we're looking here. This seems like a very odd image of a famous Italian sculpture of David. It's one of four. It's taken in Florence. And the image was taken by an art historian by the name of Clarence Kennedy. Kennedy was a pioneering figure in the photography of sculpture. This exhibit's subtitle is The Intersection of Art and Technology, and I think it's encapsulated best by this early relationship between Clarence Kennedy, who came to meet Edwin Land and George Wainwright. Kennedy met these two young men and said, look, I am desperately trying to aid my students to better get a feeling for sculpture and art. But with sculpture, you know, the essence is being able to walk around them. And I wanted to find a new technology using some sort of 3D imaging. And that conversation stimulated Edwin Land tremendously. And they suggested that he try a technique of taking a stereoscopic set of photographs, one for your left eye, one for your right eye, projecting them carefully on a screen, and then they provided some polarizing lenses. And all of a sudden, there was a 3D image. And this technology was one that Kennedy and Land continued to work on throughout the 1930s, and it led to what you're seeing here in this image. It's called a vectograph. And that was a technique of taking two negative images, dipping them into a chemical solution for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then pressing them together onto a single base. But if you picked up the glasses that are in that bucket on to the left of the vectograph here of David and put them on, all of a sudden you would now see the sculpture rendered in 3D. That was very magical and very exciting. Even in the 60s and 70s and 80s, people felt that the vectograph was the preeminent form of 3D still imaging. But I tell this story here in some detail because the famous origin story of Polaroid is that in December of 1943, Land takes his daughter Jennifer for a walk. And they take some photographs, and Jennifer, being 3 or 4 years old at the time, says at the end of their walk, "Why can't I see the pictures now?" And the reason he could think it was possible was all the work that he had done on the vectograph technology. I think our origin story of Polaroid actually predates Jennifer's question and goes back to that relationship with Clarence Kennedy.